Liam, have you ever just sat in your bed thinking about the same problem again and again?
Oh, yes. It's like my brain becomes a spinning fan. I keep thinking, what if I said the wrong thing? What if they don't like me? What if I fail?
Exactly. That's called overthinking, when your brain won't stop repeating the same thoughts. And instead of helping you, it makes you feel more tired, more anxious, and more stuck.
And the worst part? Most of the time, those thoughts are about things that haven't even happened yet.
Right. It's like we're trying to control the future in our minds, but instead of feeling better, we just feel powerless.
So, if you've ever laid awake at night thinking, why do I think so much? Then this episode is for you.
We're going to help you understand why overthinking happens, how to stop it, and how to feel more clear and peaceful in your mind.
Stick with us because by the end of this episode, you'll have real tools you can use to finally stop overthinking and start living. All right, Emily, let's talk about why we're having this conversation today. Overthinking isn't just a small problem, it affects everything.
Yes, overthinking can stop you from making decisions. It can make you feel anxious, and it steals your time, your energy, and even your happiness.
Many people overthink in English too. What if I say the wrong word? What if they laugh at my accent? What if I make a mistake?
Exactly. And those thoughts don't help you improve. They just keep you frozen, silent, afraid.
That's why we're doing this episode, because you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present.
If we can learn to stop overthinking, even a little, we can start to enjoy our life more. We can take action. We can speak. We can grow.
So, whether you overthink your past, your future, or your English skills, this episode is here to help.
And don't worry, we're going to keep it simple, friendly, and real. We've been there too. And together we'll walk step by step to a calmer mind.
Liam, let me tell you what happened last week. I wanted to post a video in English, but I spent 2 hours thinking, what if it's not good enough? What if people judge me? In the end, I didn't post it.
Emily, that's such a common story. So many people don't speak, don't try, don't move forward just because their thoughts are too loud.
Yes, and it's not just about English. People overthink in relationships, at work, in school. They replay conversations in their heads. They imagine worst-case scenarios. They try to think their way out of everything.
And guess what happens? They feel tired, they feel stressed, they lose sleep, and still nothing changes.
It's like being stuck in a car with the engine running, but the wheels aren't moving.
That's the problem. Overthinking feels like action, but it's not. It's a trick the brain plays. You feel like you're solving something, but you're actually just worrying.
And over time, that constant mental stress makes people feel small, scared, powerless.
But here's the good news. You're not powerless. And in the next part, we'll explain what's really going on inside your mind and why overthinking happens in the first place. So, Liam, let's get to the root of it. Why do we overthink? What causes it?
Great question, Emily. First, let's look at the emotional side. Most overthinking comes from fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of making a mistake, fear of being judged, fear of losing control, fear of failure, or sometimes even fear of success.
Wow, so deep. And all those fears, they hide under the surface. They don't scream, they whisper. And those whispers repeat again and again.
Now let's look at the logical side. Our brain loves to solve problems, but sometimes there's no clear answer, so the brain just keeps spinning.
Right. Like when you don't know if you should say yes or no, or you don't know what someone else is thinking. Your brain says, let's think more. but it never reaches peace.
Also, overthinking is often a habit. The more we do it, the more automatic it becomes. It's like our mind gets trained to worry.
So overthinking isn't just a personality thing, it's a pattern. And that means it can be changed.
Exactly. If your brain can learn to overthink, then it can also learn to let go.
And that's what we'll start doing next. In the next part, we'll give you the first simple step to start breaking the habit of overthinking.
All right, Emily, it's time for our first solution. And it's super simple, but powerful. Write it out.
Yes, don't let your thoughts live only inside your head. Grab a pen, open your notes app, and write what you're thinking.
Why does this work? Because when we write, we move the thoughts out of our brain and onto paper. It's like cleaning a messy room.
Exactly. If you keep everything in your head, it becomes a storm. But when you write it down, the storm becomes clear sentences.
Let's say you're overthinking a decision. You can write, what am I afraid of? What's the worst thing that can happen? What's one small step I can take right now?
That's so helpful. And you know what? Sometimes when I write my thoughts down, I realize they're not as scary as they felt.
Yes, most of the time your brain makes problems look bigger than they are.
And even if you don't have the answer, just writing gives you space to breathe.
So, listeners, your first tool is simple. Every time your mind starts spinning, pause and write. No judgment, just honesty.
Start small, even just 3 sentences. You'll be surprised how much peace it brings. So, Liam, once we write our thoughts down, what's next?
The next step is to bring your mind back to the present moment. Overthinking pulls you into the past or future. Grounding brings you back to now.
Yes, and grounding is a simple technique anyone can do. One of my favorites is the 5-4-3-2-1 method.
Oh, I love that one too. Let's share it with our listeners. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste.
It sounds simple, but it really works. It tells your brain, hey, we're safe, we're here, we're okay.
And it helps you feel more peaceful because you stop trying to solve everything in your head.
You can do this anywhere, on the bus, at school, before bed. It takes just 1 minute to feel more connected to now.
So, listeners, next time your brain is running in circles, just pause and try grounding.
You can even say to yourself, I'm here, I'm safe, I don't need all the answers right now.
Exactly. All right, Emily, we've talked about writing our thoughts, grounding ourselves. Now let's talk about doing something, even if it's small.
Yes, because the fastest way to stop overthinking is to start moving. And there's one trick that works really well, the 5-second rule.
That sounds cool. What is it?
It's simple. When you have the idea to do something, speak up, get out of bed, send a message, you count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And you do it before your brain talks you out of it.
Oh, wow. So you don't give your mind time to overthink.
Exactly. You interrupt the overthinking pattern with action.
Let's say I want to practice English, but I feel nervous. I count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I press record or speak out loud.
That's it. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done.
Taking tiny actions builds confidence, and it teaches your brain that you are in control.
So, listeners, next time you feel stuck, just count down and take one small action. Speak one sentence. Write one word. Step outside. Breathe.
Small action, big shift.
Liam, here comes one of the most important and most healing solutions to overthinking: self Compassion.
Yes, because so much overthinking comes from one hidden feeling. I'm not good enough.
We judge ourselves. We blame ourselves. We expect perfection.
And every time we make a small mistake, our mind says, "Why did you do that? Everyone thinks you're dumb. You always mess up."
That voice is not your enemy. It's just scared. And self-compassion is how you answer it with love, not hate.
So, how do we practice self compassion?
We start talking to ourselves like we would talk to a friend, not with anger, but with care.
So, instead of saying, "I'm so stupid," you say, "It's okay to make mistakes. I'm learning."
Yes. And instead of, I should have done better, you say, I did my best. I'll try again tomorrow.
When we give ourselves kindness, our brain feels safer. And when we feel safe, we don't need to overthink.
Listeners, your thoughts matter, but your heart matters even more. So be gentle with yourself. That's where real peace begins.
Liam, even with all these great tools, let's be honest, sometimes it's still hard to stop overthinking.
Yes, that's because overthinking isn't just a habit, it's also a comfort zone. It feels familiar, it feels like control.
Right. A lot of people think, if I stop thinking, something bad might happen.
Exactly. Or they say, if I don't think it through 10 times, I might fail. But here's the truth, thinking too much won't protect you, it just keeps you stuck.
Another common fear is, what if I let go and people don't understand me? Or what if I sound silly when I speak English?
Yes, but mistakes are part of growth, and no one became confident by staying quiet and overthinking forever.
So here's what to do when fear shows up. Name it. Say, I see you fear, but I'm choosing action anyway.
It's okay to feel nervous. It's okay to make progress slowly. The goal is not to be perfect, the goal is to keep moving.
So if you're listening and thinking, I've tried before, but I still overthink, don't give up.
Try again, gently, with patience, because every time you choose courage over control, you win. Hey, Liam, you look a little stressed today. What's going on?
I have a job interview tomorrow, and I've been overthinking like crazy. What if I mess up? What if I forget my English?
I get that, but let's take a deep breath first. Now, have you tried writing down your thoughts?
Actually, no. I've just been going in circles in my head.
Okay, let's do it now. Grab a notebook and write, what am I afraid of?
Hmm. I'm afraid I'll say something wrong and sound unprofessional.
Good. Now write, what's the worst that can happen?
They don't hire me. Or they think my English is bad.
And now write, what's one small thing I can do right now?
I can practice my self-introduction. Maybe with you?
Perfect. Let's do that. But first, ready to try the 5-second rule?
Right now?
Yes. Count with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Hi, my name is Liam. I'm passionate about communication and I enjoy helping people solve problems. Wow, that actually felt good.
See? No overthinking, just action. Now, tell me one kind sentence to yourself.
Hmm, I'm doing my best. And that's enough.
Exactly. You're not your fear, Liam. You're your courage. All right, Liam. Time to learn some new words and phrases we use today. This will help our listeners speak more naturally and confidently.
Great. What's first?
First word, overthinking. It means thinking too much about something, often causing stress or worry. Example, I was overthinking my presentation and felt very nervous.
Nice. What's next?
Grounding. This is a way to bring your attention back to the present moment. Example, when I feel anxious, I use grounding techniques to calm down.
Cool. What else?
Self-compassion. Being kind and understanding to yourself, especially when you make mistakes. Example, practicing self-compassion helped me stop being so hard on myself.
That's important. Any phrases?
Yes, take tiny action means to do a small step toward a goal. Example, I took tiny action by practicing one sentence every day.
And what about this one?
Comfort zone, the place or state where you feel safe but don't grow much. Example, overthinking kept me in my comfort zone instead of trying new things.
Last one?
Yes, interrupt the pattern, to stop a habit or behavior by doing something different. Example, counting to 5 helped me interrupt the pattern of overthinking.
Awesome. Listeners, try to use these words and phrases in your daily English.
Yes, it's the best way to remember and build confidence. Wow, Liam, what an incredible journey today. We learned that overthinking is common, but it doesn't have to control us.
Yes, Emily. We talked about writing down our worries, grounding ourselves in the present, taking tiny actions, and practicing self-compassion.
Remember, listeners, confidence grows when you choose courage over fear, one small step at a time.
And it's okay to be imperfect. What matters is that you keep moving forward.
If today's episode helped you, please subscribe to Speak English with Mishu. Share this with your friends who might also struggle with overthinking.
Leave a comment and tell us which solution you'll try first. We love hearing from you.
Thank you for being here, for learning, and for growing your English with us. Remember, you have the power to stop overthinking and live with confidence.
See you next time on Speak English with Mishu. Keep shining.